Hi everyone, this is Bibi and I'm passing by to show you my first experiment using iron-on vinyl and the M1 Xtool. This is super easy and I got it right from the very first time. So let me show you how I did it. The first things you are going to need are the blue mat that comes with the M1 and some iron-on vinyl. I'm going to cut a piece of this material and I'm going to set it to a side. Now I'm going to remove the plastic that protects the sticky mat and I'm going to stick the vinyl with the shiny side facing down. Then I'm going to stick one side first and with my hand I'm going to press down gently to avoid having any air bubbles underneath the vinyl. Now we are going to place this inside the Xtool M1, but before we are going to remove the plastic at the back of the sticky mat. And I want you to see inside the machine. You will see the guides to stick the mat. So we are going to place it over and we are going to make sure that it's stuck to the base plate and it's not moving. Now let me show you how to set or replace the plate. You will get 5 replacement plates with the machine. These are 45 degrees angle blades that will cut thin materials. If you want to cut thicker materials, you're going to need 60 degrees angle blades. To set this in place, you need to gently pull down the blade module to remove it. In this part here, and we need to press down the top of it to remove the blade. Now I'm going to grab the new blade and I'm going to insert it in that little gap, just like so, and I'm going to gently push it in place. Now I'm going to install the blade module. This is magnetic, so it will go in place with easy. We're going to close the lid of the machine and we are ready to go to the Xtool Creative Space. I already downloaded to my computer, it's completely free, and this app is super easy to use. You click on the logo or depending on your computer and it will take a couple of seconds to open. And then you will get access to this creative space. There is an option to import an image in the top left corner, but today I'm just going to open a folder and drag one of those SVG files onto the creative space. This type of file will allow you to cut the letters from different vinyl colors, but I'm going to do everything in one single color. I want to delete all the details around the fonts, so all I have to do is to select the object and click or press in delete, just like you do in any other app. Every time you select an object or a layer, the app is going to let you know, so you can see a window popping up at one side of the screen and another small window at the bottom. So there you go, and now I'm going to select all these letters and I'm going to click on group because this will allow me to move or change the size of the letters all together at the same time. If I ungroup this, I will be able to put apart different layers and cut them from different vinyl colors. Okay, to cut vinyl, I need to mirror this image, so I need to make sure that I group these elements, and then we are going to click on reflect, then reflect horizontally, and that's done. When cutting vinyl, we always need to cut the back of the material, so that's why we need that image like that. And the next thing we have to do is to connect the device. You can do this as soon as you open the creative space, or now, that's completely up to you. And you have some options there to connect the M1 to the computer. I'm going to use Wi-Fi, but the very first time you use the machine, you are going to need an USB cable to connect your computer to the M1. This will take a couple of seconds and then you will be able to see what is inside the machine, so you can see the material you are going to cut and the placement for your image or the text you are going to use. Here at the top you have the options to change the size of the image, and I'm going to type there 150 millimeters. That is the same than 15 centimeters or 6 inches because that's the width I want for my artwork. So now I need to tell the machine what I need her to do. And I'm going to change this setting here. It says laser flat. I need to change it to blade cut. And we are going to select the material now that is vinyl. So I need to click on there. And if you change the settings in this moment, your artwork might go out of place. So you need to put it back into place. You can go ahead and click in process to start cutting, or you can click on framing and the machine will ask you to click on this button here and she's going to tell you, hey, this is the area I'm going to be cutting for you. And then I noticed that I was wasting material, so I decided to move the image to the top corner. Next, I'm going to click on process. You will have the chance to see a last preview of the image, and if everything is good, you just need to click on start. The software is going to ask you to press the button on the device to start cutting. So that little blade cut this in 1 minute 25 seconds. This was so fast that I decided to try a more intricate image. So that's what I'm doing here. The software is telling me that this image is too large. Do you want to scale it to fit the canvas? Yes, please. So you click on there. And from there, you will be able to resize it. So that's what I'm going to do here. And once this is done, I'm going to delete this because I don't need it anymore. And next, I'm going to click on process and then on start. And the next thing I have to do is to click on the button on the machine. The machine is asking me to do that. And she will start cutting. This time, the machine took 2 minutes, 53 seconds to process that image because it's a longer text and it also have a lot of more details. I don't want to go with many details here, but if you see this artwork, you can notice that some of the fonts overlap the other ones, and the machine will cut everywhere when there is a black line. This is okay if you are going to cut vinyl, but if you are going to cut any other material, for example, paper, that could be a hot mess, so that's something to bear in mind. Okay, this is done, so the next thing we have to do is to click in New to start a new project, or we can just close the application and we will be done with that part. Now we are going to take this out of the machine and we are going to remove the excess of vinyl to just reveal that artwork and then heat transfer this onto fabric or a couple of t-shirts. Every iron-on vinyl comes with instructions and it will tell you how long it needs to be under the hot iron. In this case, it was 15 seconds with medium pressure, and you have to wait for the things to cool down to be able to remove the plastic liner of the vinyl. So I was testing here the blade cutting setting of the Xtool M1. You can see here some samples I made while I was cutting paper and testing the machine also to do that, but that's another video. And sadly, this is barely scratching the surface of what the Xtool M1 can do for you. This machine is a hybrid and integrates for very first time laser processing and also blade cutting. With the laser, you will be able to cut a wide variety of materials, and you will also be able to engrave many different materials, including rocks or food. It's crazy. There's so many things I want to say about the company that makes these machines and also the founder, that is an exceptional young man. But for now, I'm going to let you go, and I'm going to add in the video description a link to the blog post for you to explore more information, and perhaps you can understand a little bit of the magic that is behind the Xtool M1. Thank you very much for watching and happy crafting. Bye!